From a very young age, I knew I wanted to do business. And I was 13 to 14 at the time where I knew for certain that, okay, I'll do anything. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to be working for somebody else. That's about it. And it was the time when I was like 15 years old when I actually like started to try to make money. And obviously, you start off with the bullshit online. You search how to make money online, and you come across all this bullshit that's there on the internet. Do this survey, download this app, and then do this fucking bullshit, and then do this like all these shady dodgy ways of making money. I did that like for a while, but then I realized, nah, this is not like it. Then I actually found some good videos telling me, okay, you have to learn a skill first, and then you do this, and then you do that. So I said, okay, like I learned Photoshop, I learned Illustrator, this and that. Then I started making logos for people like on freelancer.com. I made like very little money from it, around $20. I was 15 at the time, okay? So I made $20 from it. That's it. Not more, not less. And I made $20 in like 1 month. So I'm like, nah, I can't do this anymore because it was like proper slave work. Then I came across Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk. He's telling, oh, you should like do what you're like passionate about on the internet. And I started a theme page like very early on, where it was still quite unpopular at the time, like in 2019, you can say. It was still popular, but quite unpopular, like not to the level which it's at today. So I got my page to around like 20,000 subscribers. I remember, no, it wasn't 20,000. It was 9,000 followers on Instagram, which I had gotten. That was a pretty good run. I was grinding every single day, getting followers, this and that. And later on, I started YouTube. I started this exact YouTube channel, which you can go right now. I've been posting for almost 5 years now. And then I had to focus on my 10th grade exams. So I had to stop YouTube for a while and like get the exams finished. But that really broke the momentum that I had going for myself on YouTube. And I had stopped YouTube for a while. Then I got into the whole college, 11th grade, 12th grade, this and that bullshit. Then I got done with 12th grade. Then I moved to Mumbai. I did all this bullshit of business, this and that. I was running 6 businesses at one time. 1 was making money, 5 were loss making. I was doing Amazon FBA, events business, real estate agency, real estate photography, videography. I was trying to start a podcast. It was complete like fuck up, and eventually I went bankrupt. Then I came back to Pune. Then I was trying some business here in Pune. I was trying an agency. I actually even got a client, but then like literally they were beta cucks, so I just didn't want to work with them anymore. And then I moved to Ahmedabad for college, which was just an excuse for me to get out of the city where my parents were living, so I could like actually do what I wanted to do. Over here in Ahmedabad, I didn't start anything this time. I got a job actually, and I got 2 jobs. And within the job, okay, let's say like normal jobs are like, okay, you come here, you do these tasks, you go home. My job, I was literally doing like 5-6 different things in the same job. And then here I am now. I've realized the mistakes I've made, and I'm done. My biggest mistake was consistency at a macro level, which is shiny object syndrome. We'll talk about being consistent in a micro level as well in this video, and tactics to actually be consistent, because that is the number one thing you need to actually even get a little bit of momentum on something. As you can see on this channel, I've been only doing YouTube since February, 1st February. 1st February was the day where I decided, listen, I'm only going to do YouTube and I will not do anything else. Until this day, I've had many distractions, many things telling me, oh, maybe you don't want to do YouTube, maybe you want to do this, maybe you want to do that, maybe change this strategy, maybe change that strategy. All these messed up, fucked up urges to diverge from the path. And but this time it's not gonna happen, because I've learned my lesson. I've been posting every single day on this channel for the past 1 month now. Since 8th April, I've been posting every single day. And today is 17th May, 18th May rather. This is really the first time that I've been this consistent. And you can see the results for yourself. I've gotten incredible views till now. I've gotten incredible subscribers, and my momentum is just building up. This is just the start. Imagine you only did one thing in your entire life since like you were a child. An example I could give you would be of Mozart. He's the famous classical musician. I don't know too much about him, but I read in a book that he was only a child when he started playing the piano. And look at the legacy he's left behind, because that is the one thing that he did his end. He didn't even go to school, he didn't even go to college, nothing. He just learned the piano from his father, and they ran with it. Like he at a young age he showed extraordinary abilities, yes, but we all showed extraordinary abilities in our childhood. It's just that no one actually has the balls, no parents has the balls to actually like go through with it, like with their child. They like the society thinks, okay, you need to like get exposed to many things, get exposed to hundreds of subjects, hundreds of topics, and then you can pick one. But that's never possible, because when you have so many options, it just paralyzes you. It's much better when you just have a singular focus, and then somebody cultivates you into that focus. If you really don't like it, obviously you will switch, but then it's not like, oh, I have thousands of options, thousands of careers, thousands of degrees, what do? I'm stuck. Pun intended. Just imagine if you did one thing. How many sports have you quit till now? How many different hobbies did you pick up as a child which you don't even do right now? The world loves to tell you, oh, follow your passion, this and that. But the second you really follow your passion, those same people will criticize you. Those same parents and those same teachers will criticize you for being different. So keep that in mind. So as I said in the start of the video, there is two types of consistency. There's micro consistency and macro consistency. Micro is the one where it's on a daily basis, where you can't stay consistent on your daily activities. So for example, if I'm not able to manage my upload schedule, which is one video per day, that is me not being consistent in the micro level. Macro level consistency is also the example I gave you in the beginning of the video, where you change your hustles altogether. Macro means basically like, I'm doing YouTube today, I'm like, nah, this is too difficult. Then I'm like, let me do this agency bullshit or whatever. Like, you change your hustles, you do a complete 180 to different things which are not even related to each other. It's basically shiny object syndrome, in other words. Or it could be something as subtle as, let's say I'm making this YouTube video right now, I'm seeing I'm not getting views, and I'm like, maybe something's wrong. The niche is the problem. Then I watch a YouTube video telling me about niche and this and that. Oh, niche is the problem. So okay, let me get rid of this. Let me switch to the fitness niche. Let me switch to the niche that gets more views. Let me do this, let me do that. Let me become a slave to the algorithm. That is also losing your macro level consistency. In order to solve your micro level consistency, this is the point where many of us are struggling due to a lack of discipline, this and that. The first step would be to remove your distractions. See, micro level consistency is very easy once you nail it. So you want to firstly eliminate your distractions, which will allow you to do the work. As simple as that. Distraction can be from yourself, or it could be external. Our most common ones are self-imposed distraction, which is using the smartphone or the internet, where we are working and we just randomly start doing some bullshit. I'll give you some advice on actually being less distracted through your self-imposed method, which is keep your phone switched off at all times, unless you are having to forcefully use it, like how I am right now, to record this video. Otherwise my phone stays switched off unless I have some important alarm or like some special case where I need to keep it on. But keep in mind, every time I have my smartphone on, I am wasting my time. Like today, I had my smartphone on. I just turned it on to record a video, and just like this, I spent half an hour on Instagram, just doing random bullshit. Like this is how addicting your smartphone can be. And if you want to really be consistent on the micro level, remove your distraction, your smartphone. That is like the only way to be like actually focused on the present task. And your external distraction could be, parents shouting in the house, like this and that, dogs running around, cats running around, like people are actually calling you, so you are externally distracted of things that are not even in your control, but these things are actually in your control. So I know a friend who basically finds it too distracting to study in the day because his parents are, or rather the house environment is just like chaotic. So what he does is that he'll wake up at 12 p.m. So in the afternoon he'll wake up and then stay awake, and then at night he'll work into the night, he'll study into the night. So he'll on most days study till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and then sleep, and then he'll do that. So that is his preference, where he said, okay, I have this external distraction, but I can't really leave the house, so let me do this. Now I don't recommend this because this is actually very unhealthy. He's messing up his sleep, this and that. I've told him, I've given him solutions as well, but he doesn't listen. Anyways, if you want another solution to this, where your house is too chaotic, what I've done right now is I've moved to my grandparents' house, so I can record in serene, and I could record in peace. Or you could actually hire and go to a co-working space. Co-working spaces are pretty cheap, and you want to find one that is open for 24 hours. So that is the main thing. So it doesn't matter if it's 10 p.m. at night, 2 a.m. in the morning, you are always having a nice safe place to go and work, which is the co-working space. I highly recommend getting a co-working space if you have that kind of money. Like it's not even that expensive. Just ask your parents for it. Just tell them, listen, I gotta focus. Just give me the co-working space. Boom, easy. The next way to improve your micro consistency would be to enjoy what you are doing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you will never be wanting to actually sacrifice and just use a basic level of mental energy to actually do that task. Right now, recording this YouTube video, it is still enjoyable. Like it's literally, what time is it, man? It's 2:50 a.m. right now, so almost 3 a.m. right now. If I didn't enjoy making YouTube videos, if I didn't enjoy the scripting process, if I didn't enjoy the recording process, the editing process, the views, like whatever aspect it is that I like, if I didn't at least enjoy one aspect of it, I would never be up at 3 a.m. recording a video. Do you understand? So a lot of you guys are just doing unfulfilling work, right? If you want to apply this video to your school studying, for example, where you are wanting to study every single day, but you can't. The reason is the school studying is bullshit. Like you just don't enjoy the subjects. In that case, you just have to like brute force through it. I don't have an answer when it comes to doing work you don't enjoy doing. Now, like as you can see, I'm sleepy as fuck right now, and my eyes are like there's like water coming out of it. And yet I'm fine with recording right now. It's because I enjoy this work. I might hate it in the moment, right? I am on an upload schedule which forces me to upload once per day, and that video has to be at least 25 minutes long. That's the commitment I've made to myself. It might stress me out. It might like spaz my brain out, but I'm willing to do it because I enjoy this. Okay, so find a way to make your work more enjoyable, or if that's not possible, you need to find some other work which is more fulfilling, which you can stay consistent on like every single day. And this will also help you in the macro level of consistency, where if you actually enjoy what you do, you will have less urges to switch your hustles, to start something completely new, to start from zero. And starting from zero, like, is one of the most detrimental things you can do in your business career, or in anything rather, right? Like, getting a new girlfriend is like much harder. Like, the act of getting a new girlfriend is not harder. Like, it's always easier to like go to other girls and then do this and that, like. But what's more difficult, like, is that building that same level of like connection you had with the previous girl. Fucked up example, but I hope you get the point. The next piece of advice on making sure you are consistent in the micro level is using your discipline. Now this has a lot to do with the type of work you are doing. So if you're doing intellectual work where you cannot just brute force through it, because if you brute force through the work, the quality of the work is lower. So in my case, I realized that if I'm brute forcing the recording process, the video doesn't really turn out well, because I'm stuttering, my brain is all, I have brain fog, this and that. So I've made it. I'm trying to apply this new method of recording only when I feel good. So there's this big video I have planned, which is a full guide on going from boy to man. It's gonna be like 45 minutes long, 50 minutes long. It could even be an hour long. And the script has been ready for 2 days now, and yet I'm hesitant to record it because I'm not in the best state of mind, you could say. 2 days ago, I was in this state of complete brain fog. I could record, like, I had to record videos, but I was in this brain fog. Then I'm like, nah, I can't really record, man, because the video will turn out shit. So instead, I just spent time editing like another video that I had. And the mindset is that at least you're progressing in something. If you can't like do your main task, which is recording videos, just do other stuff. Like I would read a book, I would script a video, I would edit the video, or I would make some shorts, whatever. If you can't do the main task, there is multiple other tasks that you can do, which is not procrastination, which is still propelling you towards your goal. If your work is not intellectual, if it's some like agency work, if it's very logical, X equals Y, this and that, then you wanna actually improve your discipline and actually get things done when they need to be done. We now move on to the macro consistency part, where in other words, it basically means shiny object syndrome. I explained to you how bad my shiny object syndrome was, and how I've pretty much cured it. I will not deviate from YouTube, and I will not deviate from this niche. I'm just not gonna do it. And the thing with shiny object syndrome is that the reason why people do it is they don't know when they're gonna get the results. But you already know that. You already know that you won't get results for a long time. Everybody has said it. Every successful person has said it. You know it. And yet when you don't get results, you almost forget the advice. You throw it in the bin. You come up with some excuse. No, I was in the wrong niche, or I didn't really want to start that business, or like, do you understand? Like, you always like rationalize your bad decision, despite knowing that if you just stick to any. People ask me all the time, like, what's the best career, or what's the best this, or what's the best business to start. I just tell them, like, the best business is like the one you're going to stick to for the next 5 years. This is a quote by Charlie Morgan, actually. He said the best business you can do is the one you're going to do for the next 5 years. As simple as that. So give 5 fucking years to a business. Do it consistently on a micro level and on a macro level. And you must almost foolishly believe in your business, where like right now I have no reason to continue, right? A normal person would look at the YouTube business and say, like, firstly you don't know if you're actually even gonna make it. You have zero guarantees of getting views. It's all up to some godly algorithm that makes no sense at all, which no one really even knows what the fuck is. It's like you're foolishly believing that I'm gonna make it, I'm not gonna switch. Like there's no guarantee that even like after 5 years, technically there is, in my mind there is a guarantee. Like I will make it. So this is the foolishness I'm talking about. You almost have to be foolish enough to believe that you'll make it when literally all the factors around you say you won't make it. Okay, everybody will tell you it's not possible, not possible, not. But you, in your mind, it's like, what, like who the fuck are these people? Like I'll do it. Like as simple as that. So in other words, you have to be delusional almost. Like you have to be delusional. Like just think of any business. Like you have to be delusional. Like for Steve Jobs to even believe that the iPhone would be a great idea, that's delusional. Like that is proper delusional. So you want to be almost delusional, and that comes from self-belief, where you do things that you say you're going to do and then you actually do them. So it means that now if you're going to say that, okay, I'm going to do this business, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to be consistent on the macro level, no shiny object syndrome anymore. If I'm doing one business at a time, no agency and YouTube and this and that, no, one thing means one thing at a time. My focus is on one thing. And step number 2 on maintaining a macro consistency is you have to stop watching content which is at least related to your niche of business, or some, like, just stop watching content on YouTube. Like you should not be watching this right now, because I bet you some of you watching this video right now thought, oh my god, Shrey is getting good results with YouTube, maybe I should start a YouTube channel. See, that's the problem. Like, by watching content, you are inspired to do things that you don't even really want to do. That's the biggest problem with YouTube. So, like, it's like, I'll watch a fucking, like, I don't know, movie, and I'll for a while I'll want to be a boxer, right? We've seen Creed, for example, and then after watching Creed, we're like shadow boxing in the air and all this bullshit. Like, at that second, at that moment in time, you wanted to be a boxer. So this is the problem I'm talking about. If you watch content, you like almost fuck up your brain in a sense. Like, you are purposely like castrating yourself from your purpose and your mission and from your this and that. So in the last 30 days, I've watched a record low number of content. Like, I've never watched this less content in my life. YouTube is almost I don't watch YouTube anymore. Just one day I would probably watch like loads of YouTube, but like I've never watched this less content in my life, which means that I'm more focused than ever, which is absolutely a good thing for me. I want to come back to the point where I said your work itself needs to be exciting. So I believe that in the modern era, where you have an unlimited option of picking careers and this and that, hustles, this and that, I believe that you must do what you enjoy doing. Because if I enjoy doing YouTube and you don't, I will absolutely fucking destroy you. Because you wouldn't be up at 3 a.m. recording a fucking video, would you? So this is the thing I'm talking about. You have to be loving what you do. It sounds super cringe and all this passion bullshit. You have to, it's not loving the act of doing the work. It's just like, you must have the mindset of Budo, which means to the death. Like, you don't even have to enjoy it, but like you have to at least at the minimum have the to the death mentality. Okay? The Budo mentality, to the death. It doesn't fucking matter if I make it in this business or not. I'm gonna do it. Like, either I make it or fuck. Like, I'll get destroyed, or I'll be forced to shut the business. Like, properly forced to shut the business. Otherwise, I'll keep doing it. Budo, to the death. So that's the mindset I really like, and I wish you could probably apply that as well in your hustle to maintain a macro level of consistency. Now we'll talk about the actual act of consistency, which is how do you stay consistent but on the next level. So I haven't just been consistent. I've been working at my hardest while being consistent. So there's that's a big difference. So being consistent is super easy, right? You show up to the gym every day, this and that. And being consistent on a higher frequency at your max capacity every day is showing up to the gym every day and like doing PRs every single day. Okay? that is the ideal state, and I call this tactic the spamming tactic. Okay, so I told you I've been doing YouTube since 1st February, okay, 2024, and I've been sporadically uploading since then. Okay, I'll upload, once every 3 days or once every 2 days. Some days I'll upload once per day. Some days I'll upload like every 10 days or 7 days. The gap was all like fucked up. Okay, and then I realized at some point around 1 month ago that this won't cut it. I have to be consistent on another level, right? Consistency is not like, I have to be consistent, plus I have to like spam basically. So the spamming tactic basically says that you do the most you can while having the highest quality possible. Okay, so it's that perfect it's that perfect optimal point on the graph where your frequency is the highest, and where your frequency of output is the highest, and the quality is also the highest. Okay, so I decided around 1 month ago that I will upload once per day, every single day. I would spam YouTube with my fucking face, and on top of that I would upload 4 shorts per day. So I did that as well. And then sometime 1 week ago, I realized no, uploading once per day is not enough. I need to upload one banger quality value filled video per day, which is at least 25 minutes long. So then it evolved to this, and now today marks the 7th day anniversary of me doing 25 minute videos per day. Okay, so for me, consistency is no longer a problem. And you will feel this as well. Once you are consistent, it's very easy to be consistent. It's like a habit. Okay, the bullshit like atomic habits, like whatever. Your next challenge is to actually improve your craft, which you are doing every single day. So you have to get better at what you do, or you have to do a harder version of it, or delegate your existing task so you can focus on the next thing and improve. Okay, so this is what I call spamming. You fucking spam. So outreach, for example, many people own agencies, so I'll give you this example. You do outreach, you're like 50 per day, I'm doing outreach, but what, 50 per day takes how long? It takes 4 hours, 5 hours. I've done that shit. Okay, so I know. Why can't you do 100, for example? Like, just tell me why. So you want to so spamming just basically means that you're consistent, and then at one point you're just doing more. Okay, you're doing more at a higher quality and at a higher frequency. So essentially you want to adopt the mindset that more is always better. For example, you are a complete loser degenerate on the internet, and you are desperate for girls. So you message girls all day. You message 100 girls all day. Okay, and these guys exist. Okay, these cucks, they exist. And let's say this cuck is messaging 100 girls a day. That guy messaging 100 girls per day, and he's been messaging 100 girls per day for the last 1 month. He has more girls in his DM messaging him right now than you. So he's been spamming. Okay, he's been spamming properly. Now if he wanted to take his spam to the next level, that cuck could message 500 girls per day, and then he has even more girls DMing him. Okay, so it's just a numbers game, right? You message 100 girls, 1 replies or 2, 5 reply, or if you're lucky, whatever. If you're desperate like this cuck, like, girls won't reply, let's be honest, but you still get the point I'm making, right? It's all about doing more once you hit like a certain level of operation. And this is what I call spamming, where you just have to do more, and for an extended period of time. It's not the motivation that you have, today I'm going to do this much work. No, it's the consistency plus the fucking spamming. Okay, outreach. If you do you really think if you did 100 outreach every single day for the next 2 years that you wouldn't be successful in that business? Like, guaranteed you'll be successful in that business. If I really badly wanted a girlfriend right now, I would be DMing 100 girls a day, and I would be approaching 5 girls a day on the street, and and I would be making sure my Instagram is good, and I'll be working out hard in the fucking gym. I'll be spamming so I get good, so I get a good body. I'll be spamming all these things to the max of my ability. See, many people just stop. They're just like, oh, I just need to, upload once a day, and then they heard some bullshit. Be consistent once a day. Okay, but then what the fuck are you doing the rest of the day? Gaming, TV shows, anime. Why? I say no. You start spamming. You take it to the next level. If you're free, if you're done with your work, there's no such thing as done with your work. You could always do more, and more work will always pay you dividends. Another great piece of advice that you haven't probably heard anywhere else would be to schedule your work. So this ties in with the last point where I said, you're done with your work now, what to do? No, it's not like that. If you're done with your work, you can start doing tomorrow's work and day after's work. So when tomorrow comes, even if you do less work, so this is how I've managed to be consistent with my uploads for 30 days. I have been scheduling videos into the future. I would do 3-4 video recordings in a single day. I would schedule them up so I'm not like panicking last minute. So some days I actually like completely fucked up. I didn't work at all. Those days, and I could have those days because I scheduled my work in advance. Like if I would have been only like, I don't think I could have uploaded every single day if the scheduling feature wasn't there, because I would just have like fucked up. Like honestly, I couldn't have done it. So a great tip for you would be to schedule your work in advance. Once you're done with your today's work, who's stopping you from doing tomorrow's work? Start doing. Easy, done. Schedule your work so you are not stressed in the current moment, and you can actually maintain that level of consistency without actually doing the work in the present. Hope that makes sense. And I cannot give you examples for scheduling apart from YouTube, because there's just so many examples, so many ways you could schedule. With agency, you could, if you have to do 100 outreach per day, do 200 today, schedule the next 100 for the next day, etc., etc. So scheduling actually allows you to take rest days as well, that you can properly rest, recover, or you could easily go out, have a day off. You could just chill with friends or chill with your girl, this and that, whatever you want to do. Maybe you're spending one day traveling. You have your work scheduled, so you just, at the minimum, you just have to go on your phone and like click a few things, and then that's it. You're done for the day. You've done your work essentially. So scheduling has helped me a lot in the past few days, I'll be honest. If you like this video, come follow me on Instagram. Check out my other full guides videos as well. They are all this value packed and filled with information that is quite rare to find on YouTube. Like, you must find the right channels if you wanna get this kind of a message, which is unfiltered and straight to the point and giving you practical, no bullshit, no cuckery advice. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend. Take care.